and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I've released a video, although there are some videos that I plan to release this week and the video footage was deleted. And it was a great video too. We talked about lust and pornography and masturbation, Marlisa and I. We love to have those real conversations because they need to be had, especially in the Christian community, because they're real things that people struggle with. So it was a great talk about that. And then the video footage was deleted. Yep, it sure was. But we're not going to talk about that. It's okay. God is still good. We're going to do the video again after Thanksgiving. So expect that video. But in the meantime, something was on my heart that I wanted to share with you all. And this time, God downloaded a message in me after experiencing, and honestly still experiencing, a rough week this week. Thanksgiving is next week. I'm so looking forward to it. I believe we all are. I believe a lot has been going on in the world, in the country. I think we all just need a break. We all just need to be with those we love, our family, surrounded in love and support. I really feel that. I don't know if it's true for you, but at least that's how I feel. I believe a break is needed for a lot of us. But anyways, like I was saying, this week has been a very rough week for me personally. I believe it's just a lot piled up on each other at one time, to the point where I'm just like, all right, God, like this is too much now. I've been able to carry and deal with some things in the past, but this week it all just feels like a lot because something just kept happening that wasn't good, and I'm just like, God, why me? But I had to take ownership in certain aspects where ownership was due, but for most of it, it's just like, Lord, why? And I found myself complaining. I found myself being in just a sad, down mood, not wanting to be bothered, wanting to be by myself, just going through the emotions. That's normal and expected when, you know, you're really having a bad week or a bad day. You just want to be alone. You're upset, you're angry, you're hurt, depending on what it is that is occurring in your life. But I personally was feeling a lot of ways this week. I was feeling hurt, I was feeling angry, I was feeling upset, I was feeling confused, I was feeling blindsided, and I'm sure you felt like that at some point in your life as well. Prior to doing this video, I was literally just sitting on the couch. I was about to read a book, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna get out of this funk I'm in before my 5:30 class. It's 3:52 right now. And then I started to feel, honestly, guilty because I was allowing the situation to get the best of me. Have you ever allowed a problem or gossip or something negative to get the best of you? Like you allowed it to win. You know, you try to be the bigger person and you try to be over it and you're trying to brush it. You try to put it over your head. You try to let it go, whatever. But have you ever been in a situation where it's kind of like you feel like the devil won in that? You get mad and all of those things. And I started to have guilt for reacting and responding to this week in a way that I didn't necessarily have to. And I started to say, Shamiyah, you know what God says. You know who you are. You are a child of God. Everything works out for your good. The truth will come to the light at some point. God is on your side. Like, I just started quoting scriptures to myself, but I really started to feel bad because I felt like I failed God in that moment or throughout the week. Not in terms of my actions, well, partially in some of my actions based off of how I responded to this problem that I faced this week. I didn't feel like being like cheery, if that makes sense. You know, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And y'all, I did not feel like operating by the fruit of the Spirit this week. I did not. Just being honest. And I felt bad because of that. Because I'm like, Shamiyah, you read the word. You know what God says. Come on. But the other night I was studying 2 Corinthians 3 and 4. So I was studying chapter 3 and 4. And one verse really stood out to me, 2 Corinthians 3 verse 18. And it says, so all of us who have had that veil removed can see and reflect the glory of the Lord. And this is the part that really got to me. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. I'm going to repeat that. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. Now I want to read the Message version of the same verse. It says, so we're not giving up. How could we? Even though on the outside it often looks like things are falling apart on us. On the inside, where God is making new life, not a day goes by without his unfolding grace. These hard times are small potatoes, yes, it said potatoes, compared to the coming good times, the lavish celebration prepared for us. There's far more here than meets the eye. The things we see now are here today, gone tomorrow. But the things we can't see now will last forever. Isn't that good verse? Like, I was just like, yes, I love the MSG. I love how it said, we're not giving up. And even though on the outside things look like it's falling apart on us, on the inside, where God is making new life, not a day goes by without his unfolding grace. And how it also says the things we see now are here today, gone tomorrow. But the things we can't see now will last forever. And then in the New Living Translation version, it says, and the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. There's two words that stood out to me: makes and change. I feel like I just have to meet the bar all the time. I don't know if you ever felt like you gotta meet the bar. It's hard for people who are in leadership positions, even if it's outside of ministry, like even if you're a boss at a job or a leader of some sort. It can be hard for us because we always feel like we got to be up here because there's people looking to us. But when I read this verse, God makes us more and more like him, and we are changed into his glorious image. And then when this says, and even though on the outside it looks like things are falling apart, on the inside, where God is making new life. I stress those words, making, makes, changed, because it shows that God isn't done. We are a continual work in progress. So every morning you wake up is God basically saying, all right, another day to work on you, let's go. So currently, right now, in this moment, as you're watching this video or whatever it is that you're doing, God is working in you. God is doing a good thing in you. God is making you more and more like him every second of every day. So there's two lessons and there's two messages that I personally got out of that. First, don't be hard on yourself. Understand that it's okay to have a bad day. Bad days are going to happen. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to have those negative emotions, because we're human and it's natural for us to do so. And you know, I believe that it's healthy to address a problem and don't put it down. If you're hurt, acknowledge that you're hurt and acknowledge why it is that you're hurt. But when it becomes wrong is when you stay in those emotions, when you only see things, when you remain angry, when you remain doubtful, when you remain like in a hurt mentality. But the other message that I got is that we can't continue to look at the problem from a worldly perspective. The longer we look at a problem from a worldly perspective, and basically a worldly view is operating and living life in a way that is of the world. The longer you continue to move through life and see problems and just see life through a worldly lens, you're going to hinder your growth. You're not going to grow, you're not going to change as long as you continue to see things from a point of view of the world. You're not. You're going to only get more mad and hurt and upset, and you're not going to get the lessons out of it. We have to start operating through a spiritual perspective, in a spiritual way, God's way. We have to check our glasses, okay? What glasses are you wearing today? Are you wearing the world's glasses or are you wearing God's glasses? You got to keep God's glasses on. Even if they start to slide, you're going to start getting remnants and seeing remnants of the world. You better put them glasses back up. I really like that analogy because it's a good one. What glasses are you wearing today? Are you wearing God's or the world's? I did not have on God's glasses this week. And that's why I continued to get down in the pit. And I'm just like, oh, like it really was just draining and sitting heavy on me. And I'm just like, Lord, why I can't? I just can't anymore. I can't. And it's like, yes, you can, girl. Take off those glasses and put back on the ones you've been having and the ones you know about, and you can see better. Ooh, G squared. Put back on my G squared squareds. Anyways, you know what I mean. That's a cool name. Anyways, I had to put back on those glasses and say, all right, God, show me what it is you wanted me to see in this situation. And y'all, when I say he showed me, he sure did. And it's lessons that I will treasure in my heart forever, and I will take with me and apply to any obstacle and trial, conflict that comes my way. So I just want to encourage you to, you know, when you go about life and when you're faced with trials and conflict or problems, change your perspective on it. It's okay to be hurt, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to have those feelings, but don't dwell in them and don't bask in them. At some point, you got to come out of the fog and move on with your life. You can't give people that much control over you. You can't give problems that much control over you. Don't give them control at all. The only person that controls you is you. And lastly, understanding that the more you follow God, the more you'll be like him. And as Christians, we have to do that. We have to change the way we live. We got to change the way we think. Ooh, that's a whole other video. It all starts up here. Change the way you think. One of my favorite quotes is, weeping may endure for a night, but joy always comes in the morning. And where people get the quote wrong, it's like, well, it's the morning, joy ain't here. Well, listen, it starts with you. You got to be willing to say, you know what, today I am going to have a good day. Today I am not going to let anything come in the way of my joy. Today I am choosing peace. Today I'm choosing happiness. Today I am choosing to be a conqueror. Today I am choosing to, whatever it is for you, you got to choose it. Joy isn't just gonna come out of nowhere and just like, oh. No, it starts with you. It starts in here and it starts in here. You got to choose it. You got to receive it for yourself. So I just want to encourage you, especially it's Thanksgiving. We should be grateful and express gratitude all the time. But with Thanksgiving being next week, there's so many things for us to be thankful for. So many things. One of my friends, she's also our neighbor. She's a great hairstylist. She does my hair sometimes. Her name's Stacy. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Stacy! But in her caption, she literally said, I woke up this morning and I cried because I said I made it. That really resonated with me because I'm like, a lot of people are not making it. It's really a blessing to be able to wake up and say, I made it. You got to look at problems differently. You got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it really worth holding a grudge against that person? Is it really worth allowing this situation to get the best of me? And the answer is no. I just wanted to share that with you. I pray that you have an amazing Thanksgiving and you enjoy the food and family and friends and fellowship and love, 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 love. I just love love. Enjoy it all. And another good question is, how do you go about conflict resolution? How do you go about problems? Put it below. I hope you have a good day, y'all. I'm praying for you, and just thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. This whole YouTube channel was a faith move because I'm honestly not one. I don't like to be in the public eye, and this takes a lot of courage and strength to be able to come up here and share the stories that I share. You have to be vulnerable in order to do that, and I do it just because I just want to help other girls see that they're not alone in certain things and just help other girls grow closer to God. So thank you so much for taking time out to watch my videos and just support me. I really appreciate it. That's one thing that I'm grateful for this Thanksgiving. All right, y'all, I got class in an hour. So I'm gonna try to do some, just woo-sa, woo-ha, woo-wah, whatever. Try to like mentally prepare for that class because it's about 3 hours. Grad school life. And I will talk to y'all next time. Love you. Bye.